So heaps of people are talking about what they'd do if their boyfriend had a girl best friend, and I thought I'd share my experience because my ex did. Initially, I was fine with her. They stopped going on their dates that they would go on, except for going to the market together every Saturday morning. So a few weeks into our relationship, a message popped up from her on his phone while he was driving, and I grabbed his phone and I unlocked it because I knew his password, and I said, "Oh, this person texted you." And he snatched the phone out of my hand and started yelling at me, saying that that's an invasion of privacy and that I shouldn't look through his messages. I was just so taken aback because that was really out of character for him. And I was like, okay, but I wasn't going to go through your whole phone. I was just going to see what she was messaging you saying. And I even said to him, that is a massive red flag. And he's just like, I'm just not comfortable with it. Like, it's an invasion of privacy. And so I was like, okay, like, I guess I'm crazy then. Like, so obviously I started getting less comfortable with this girl. And fast forward a little while, I'm at a festival with him and all his friends, and she's there as well. And we are in the mosh pit. It's getting close to the end of the night, and I look over at them, and he's got his arms wrapped around her and kisses her forehead.
No.
Like, he lingered. It was there for a minute. And I looked over at one of his other mates who was like, don't do anything. Like, just, it's all good. Don't panic. And I was just like, I started welling up.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's great that any gender can be friends with each other. Like, you know, I have male friends and my partner has girlfriends, like in that genre category. And not once have I ever thought like, And there's nothing wrong with it. There's genuinely, if you have trust, at the end of the day, relationship is all about trust. But it is genuinely like, if they're texting you and you're snatching the phone out of your girlfriend's hand, and you know you're being very secretive and it's very hot-headed of you to even be like that, there's going to be some massive concerns, especially if we're at a festival and he has got his arms wrapped around her and kissing her forehead. Like, why is he doing that? Not to the girlfriend. Oh my god.
And she turns around and laughs in my face, and I was just like, what? I said to the girls in the mosh, some just like random people, I'm like, my boyfriend just kissed his girl best friend on the forehead in front of me. And they were all like, and apparently after I left, they were all giving him the stink eye all night. So if you girls are watching, thank you. Anyway, so I left, and I was expecting him to come after me and like apologize, but of course he didn't. That night I went through his phone because I was like, what the heck is in here? And I found messages of him talking about me to her and saying things like, I'm sorry that I had to invite Jaden to the markets, I wish you didn't come.
Oh my god.
All this stuff. And I was just like, I took screenshots, sent them to myself, confronted him the next day, and he apologized and even said that he would stop talking to this girl. We even drove to her house the next day so he could go upstairs and like tell her, no, that's not okay, we're not going to be friends anymore, like at least close friends anymore. A few weeks after that, I see a message from her pop up, and I was like, what the heck? Open it, they've been talking again, and he sent her this long message saying, Jane was in the wrong, I told her off. He told me off for being so dramatic and trying to make me make a choice and stuff. And I was just like, well, what the heck? Confronted him, and he said that him and his mum put this message together to send to her because like it wasn't okay what I did. And I was like, if you had told your mum the whole story, I guarantee you she wouldn't be saying that's okay. And of course I stick around for even longer. It was a dragged out relationship. It was doomed. I eventually was able to give myself what I was hoping to get from him and left. It literally made me feel like I was going crazy and like I was the one doing the wrong thing. And of course there was so many other things that happened throughout this relationship with this girl that I'm not even mentioning because that would just be too long of a video, but I just wanted to share the main points. And yeah, what would you do if you started dating someone and they had a girl best friend?
Oh my god, that's horrific. It's like I said earlier, you know, there's genuinely no problems having a girl best friend or a boy best friend. It's no issue, like no issue at all, as long as you've got the trust. That's the main thing. And this woman clearly had the trust in her boyfriend, was absolutely fine with her friend, you know, had a really good relationship, would go to the market together, festivals, whatnot. But they completely broke that trust. And it's like, you know, if you fancy your girl best friend, that's not an issue, but you do not need to lead someone on for that. Like, it's just not fair at all. And she's so strong and calm and collective as well, which is like the best thing to even see. But I'll just lose my absolute rag. Like, the comments are like, you know, maybe a little bit more protective of their boyfriends. I've seen the minute he has a girl best friend, I'm gone. I was the girl best friend once he was in a relationship, or any relationship I backed out of respect. now he's married and most definitely the friendship isn't the same, and that's okay, and I fully support that. That's a very good thing to even say.